Hello, friends. Welcome back to A Voice of Light. Today we are talking about one of the most famous spiritual books in the world, Zero Limits, written by Dr. Ihaleakala, Yulin, and Joy Vitale. This book introduced millions of people to an ancient Hawaiian healing practice called Ho'oponopono. It became famous because of an extraordinary story about a psychiatrist who reportedly helped transform an entire psychiatric ward, not by treating patients individually, but by working on himself. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? So let's understand what this book is really trying to teach us, and more importantly, how its message can be applied in our everyday lives. Have you ever wondered why the same kind of problems keep repeating in our lives? Maybe different people, but the same argument, different jobs, but the same stress, different relationships, but the same pain. Most of us believe the problem is always outside us. If my boss changes, I will be happy. If my partner understands me, my life will be better. If my financial situation improves, then I will be finally have peace. But today, I am going to talk about this in a book, Zero Limits, that presents a completely different perspective. Whether you believe everything in this book or not, the idea in it can make you pause and think about your own life. The book begins with a fascinating story. Dr. Yulin reportedly worked at a psychiatric hospital in Hawaii where patients with severe mental illnesses and criminal backgrounds were kept. The environment was extremely difficult. Staff members often left their jobs because they found it too stressful. Now, here's the surprising part. According to the book, Dr. Yulin did not spend his time counseling the patients one by one. Instead, he looked at each patient's file and began working on himself using an ancient Hawaiian practice called Ho'oponopono. At first, this sounds unbelievable. How can working on yourself help someone else? The book's answer is simple. It says that whatever we experience in life becomes our responsibility. Not because we are guilty, but because we have the power to change how we respond. When we clean our anger, fear, hurt, and unconscious patterns, we begin to experience the world differently. Think about your life. Have you ever had a bad morning and then suddenly every small thing started irritating you? Someone spoke a little loudly, traffic felt worse than usual, and even a small delay made you angry. Now think about another day when you woke up feeling peaceful. The same traffic, the same people, the same office. But somehow everything felt easier to handle. What changed? The world didn't change. Your inner state did. This is the heart of Ho'oponopono. The practice is beautifully simple. It uses four phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. These words are not necessarily meant for another person. They are a way of speaking to the divine, to your higher self, or simply to the part of you that is carrying pain. They are a reminder to let go instead of holding on. Suppose someone insults you. Normally, we replay that moment in our minds for hours or even days. We keep feeding it with our thoughts. Ho'oponopono invites us to pause and clean our own emotional reaction instead. Not because the other person was right, but because carrying that pain hurts us the most. The book also talks about living from zero, a state where we are free from our old memories, fears, and automatic reactions. Imagine your mind like a computer. Over the years, it collects countless old files. Some are useful, but many are outdated. They slow down everything. Ho'oponopono is like pressing the delete button on those unnecessary files. It doesn't erase your memories. It helps release the emotional burden attached to them. One important thing to understand is that this practice is not about blaming yourself for everything. Taking responsibility is different from blaming yourself. Blame creates guilt. Responsibility gives you the power to transform your experience. That's a very important difference. Personally, I feel one of the most beautiful messages of this book is that peace doesn't always begin by changing the world. Sometimes it begins by changing what's happening inside us. Even if you don't accept every story in the book as literal truth, the practice itself has value. Repeating these four phrases with sincerity can become a form of meditation. It can calm the mind, soften anger, and help us respond with greater awareness. So, the next time you are upset with someone, before trying to change them, take a quiet moment for yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and gently repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Maybe the situation won't change overnight, but if your heart becomes lighter, you have already taken the first step towards healing. That's the biggest lesson I took from Zero Limits. Real transformation begins within. If you enjoyed this book summary and would like to discover more life changing books in simple language, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need these words today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.